All right, shalom, shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, our praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to thee, all the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Brother Shapaya, coming at you again with another lesson through the Spirit. And this is going to be a quick one, couple of clips. But we already been going through this, but we're starting to go through like a weather climate type of change, right? And it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. But currently what you got going on right now is you have these massive heat waves, you have droughts going on, and this is all across the world, and you're having flooding going on. Now, the kicker part is this thing called the El Nino. All right, but I'm going to play this video first and we'll go from there.
Local officials have their fingers crossed that the rain holds off for a couple days now, given the fact that they are trying to drain 13 billion gallons of water, excess stormwater runoff, wastewater that is now stored in 3 reservoirs across Cook County. 2 of those reservoirs are at...
Now, where you see the water at on the left, I damn near drive past this every day. That shit has never been that full. Never, okay?
Or near capacity, and they are draining about 600 million gallons per day from those reservoirs. So this is all part of the 54-year-old deep tunnel and reservoir system, also known as TARP. It's cost between $3 and $4 billion, and it's had 2 goals. 1, to keep your basement from flooding, and 2, keep...
So if anybody, especially brothers that know me, first of all, Chicago is a swampland. It literally is a swampland. So all this excess water has to go somewhere. And all this water, like 2 years ago, they had to bring FEMA out here because the damage that it did to people's houses was tremendous. And I mean, you have basements that flood multiple times a year. You know, people are not paying all that money to get their fucking drywall redid and baseboards. That's thousands of dollars, all right? Not to mention the mold and health problems, okay?
This river flowing that way, because if the level rises, it flows into Lake Michigan, and that means your drinking water is going to be not so...
Which means it's going to be contaminated, okay? So there's a million and one ways a lot of shit could just go south. And the Lord has a spatula and he's just stirring the pot.
Let's put it that way. And this year's rainstorms have taxed this massive system like never before. The massive McCook Reservoir in southwestern Cook County is full. The southern Thornton Quarry is more than 90% filled. The Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago is the taxpayer-funded government agency that manages the region's water supply. And MWRD officials say they are working around the clock to drain 13 billion gallons of stormwater that has been captured in the last week.
And right now we're actually pumping.
Funny thing is, where the fuck they gonna drain it? Think about it. They built this shit for all the fucking excess rainwater to run off into these reservoirs, which all 3 is damn near full. So if it rain again, there's going to be some big fucking problems out here, man. All right?
Down the reservoirs, so the reservoirs are coming down. We're pushing over 600 million gallons every day out of those reservoirs.
Pushing them out where? Where are you putting 600 million fucking gallons? Tell me, where does it go? If the land itself can't hold that water, and you guys needed to build a reservoir, where's that water going? Okay? But I'm bringing out this lesson because I want brothers to imagine on a regular level how much shit could go bad. Now imagine the Lord is behind everything, doing everything. Okay? Too much water fucks up crops. Not enough water fucks up crops. Droughts and floods. Okay?
Construction began on the Deep Tunnels and Reservoirs, or TARP project, more than 50 years ago. It's designed to prevent mass flooding. The excess stormwater is routed through the tunnels into one of the 3 regional quarries and stored until water levels go down. But 2026 is proving to be a record-setting year, and the system has been taxed like never before.
Listen, this week alone, my basement flooded. This was the highest I ever seen it went. It damn near went up to the outlets, right? And I have a beautiful finished basement, and I've been dealing with this shit for 3 years. Because the sewer systems they have set up in Cook County, they're old. They're not good. They're not being maintained. They're backing up. It's the people that suffer for it. And then we pay all these fucking taxes for what? All right. But once again, imagine this shit at the height of Jacob's trouble. Imagine it. Imagine Katrina. Like, imagine these things. Food shortages, extreme heat, pestilences, disease, wild animals, anarchy. The Lord is stirring the pot. All right?
McCook is filled 6 times this year alone, and previously I think it was from 2021 to 2025, we filled it 5 times. So
5 times in 5 years?
Yes.
So 6 times already.
We've already filled it 6 times.
We're not halfway
this year.
through the summer. MWRD Board President Kerry Steele says the tunnels and reservoirs are holding for now, but they could overflow if the weather gods send more rain.
If the weather gods. Now, you see how full that is? Once that shit overflow, it's a wrap. It's a fucking wrap. Which means if the sewers can't drain to this, which is already full, that means all the water. I wish I could post a video I showed the brothers a couple of days ago. All this water is going to shoot back through your drain pipes. That's your toilets. That's your floor drains. That's every fucking thing. That's sewage. That's everything. Think about that, man. You know how frustrating that shit is? But, hey, all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, because America is crumbling. These people out here, they can't afford to keep up with repairs. They can't. Insurances are dropping people left and right. Okay?
Our direction.
And this is not even the main part of the video I want to get to.
Always that threat because rainstorms are so unpredictable.
Steele says climate change has caused heavier and more frequent rain events here, meaning TARP is no longer enough. So they're focused.
This big-ass tunnel system is not enough no more. Come on, man. I don't see that shit.
Enough. So they're focusing on localized projects. Today, MWRD officials and Mayor Brandon Johnson unveiled a wing storage unit designed to store excess stormwater on Chicago's far west side. But Steele says each household plays an important role too.
So what we're still asking people to do, especially when it rains again, is to conserve water at home. We need to make sure we have space available in local.
You know what that means? You can't shit, you can't piss. Don't take a shower. That's what that shit means.
Sewer lines for water to get to MWRD so we could store it if we have the capacity available to store that water.
Local officials have their fingers crossed.
Shit, hey, brothers who stay in Chicago, hey, the 94-90 was fucking flooded. The water sat there for 3 days. We couldn't even use the fucking expressway. So imagine martial law. Imagine being rerouted. A lot of these people they wouldn't know how to fucking get around the fucking city, man. They don't even know how to fucking navigate. They don't know how to look up at this, okay, the sun is at this point of the sky, I need to walk this. Or the shadows of the tree is facing this way, okay, that's pointing, they don't get it.
That the rain holds off for a couple days now, given.
So what was I about to look up? No, let's go to El Nino is a natural climate pattern featuring unusual warm water temperatures in the equatorial Pacific Ocean. This warmer water alerts global weathers, bringing flooding in some regions, droughts to others, and raising above global temperatures. It typically peaks during the winter months. We're in the fucking summer, okay? Now, it's known that a super one is coming, okay? So it says for the United States, winters in the northern U.S. trend to be warmer than usual. Southern and coastal regions often experience wetter, stormier weather. It also suppresses hurricane development in the Atlantic Ocean with increasing storms in the Pacific. Other parts of the world, such as Southeast Asia and Australia, will suffer from droughts and heat waves. Okay? So, let's see what they got in their news. This CNN, all right? Scientists have been keeping a close eye on the tropical Pacific Ocean for months now, anticipating the emergence of an intense super El Nino that will be among the strongest events on record. Now, it looks like this El Nino could set a benchmark for peak intensity with potential dire implications for the extreme weather events it influences worldwide. And like I said, you guys can read through this stuff yourself, things of this nature. Obviously, the Lord is turning up. What happens with droughts? Crops. All right, and then El Nino affects the world's weather for at least 2 years. America just had its 250th birthday. Hey, it's downhill from here. For Babylon the Great, it's downhill from here, man. It's fucking over with. All right, but I pray this was edifying. I'm going to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to thee, all the apostles, a great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Abba, Abba.